no longer at ease. No longer at ease. That is what we can say of YUL EDOCHIE. You know, once in a while, when YUL EDOCHIE gets frustrated, since he realized that the more he tries to hit back at Mary or attack Mary in whatever way, for everything he does, success, such as a house in Abuja, a unit there, such as endorsement, everything that multiplies and becomes soft, that makes your life soft, everything begins to happen to Mary. He felt within himself, I think I have to kind of redirect my anger towards Juju Austin. Words such as, look at what your mates are doing. Look at what Mary is doing. You too, can't you do the same? Why are you telling me that we need to get more money? Don't you? Can't you? You know, such kind of utterances will come from YUL EDOCHIE to Judy Austin. Now, because people have said a lot of things, once in a while, YUL EDOCHIE will jump out and become a motivational speaker. I have looked at YUL EDOCHIE's page as far back as 4 years ago. I wanted to understand where this man is coming from. And I realized that there was a time that financial challenges came up. It wasn't as if he wasn't paying. He was doing certain things, but Mary felt, Mr. Hold on a second. I know what you are doing. I know how this industry thing works. But it seems what you are bringing, there must be another family. There must be someone out there that you are using this money for. Let us assume you want to give daddy or mommy some stipends here and there. What's going on? Okay, you want to feed, you want to dress, you want to... It seems something is going into the entertainment of other women out there. YUL EDOCHIE could not account for some of these things. He became a motivational speaker. He will talk about how your marriage, your relationship could begin to go down, spiral down, because you are not bringing in the amount of money that you used to bring before, and the complaint here and there. It went on and on. And now YUL EDOCHIE jumped on something else. But before we proceed further, please like, share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say a very big thank you to you. And to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon, $ in the middle of it, may God bless you. May God replenish your pockets. May your pockets never ever run dry. If you like what we do here, you can also tap on the button that says thanks. Well, YUL EDOCHIE wrote this. Envy no one. Clap for others until your time comes. Envy is destroying our people. Many aren't progressing because they spend too much time worrying about what others are doing rather than doing their own. Do you know how much time you lose in a day just flipping through social media? There are always ways, always something you can do to move yourself from point A to B. Focus. It dey your hand. Envy no one. And signed by YUL EDOCHIE. Now, ever since YUL EDOCHIE heard that we said Judy Austin is the one handling his page and that he's not man enough, I think he decided to wake up and do the needful. He started signing on whatever it is that he himself, he doesn't want Judy Austin to take the glory of everything. Like, no. Let it be that whatever it is that I sign comes from me. Now, that does not mean Judy Austin cannot sign on behalf of YUL EDOCHIE. Of course, both of them are not going to come out and start ranting, and because it's going to be fail for them. There is no win-win in this case. If YUL EDOCHIE wants to drop Judy Austin, it will result into people dragging YUL EDOCHIE like, you see. And if Judy Austin wants to cut the relationship up, Mr. Obasi too, and people will drag and say, okay, now you see, your eyes don't open. Whatever you steal cannot last forever. So both of them are stuck together till eternity. Let us talk a little bit about the success of Mary. there are a lot of things that can be said. And we've talked about it several times, how preparation, when it meets opportunity, some people will call it luck. Yeah, there are things that you have inside of you, but you've not found a place to express it. Maybe a country, a continent, office. You've not just found that place to express it. Where you are trying to express it, it is not germinating as it should. It's like, let's say, a seed drops into the crack or crevice of a rock where there is a little bit of moisture and sand. It's not as if this seed will not germinate. It will germinate, but it will not be the same as if that seed fell on a soft ground, soil, that has a lot of nutrients for it. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't mean it will not try to thrive, but it will not be the same. Mary never ever was into this entertainment industry. She was simply observing. It's called observation. She was observing. Have you ever thought about it? There are a lot of people who got this idea of driving by sitting by their parents or brother or significant other. You've been with this person always at the passenger seat, and you're watching what he does or what she does for many years, maybe as a child. And one day, this child picks the car up and begins to drive because he or she has observed and studied. This is the same thing that Mary did. Mary met YUL, a man that came from a family that does this thing. And she has been observing and watching and watching. It wasn't something that she wanted to get into. And don't forget that some men don't like it. They will tell you, no, I cannot be in this industry and you're also in the same industry. You know how these things are. It's not going to be good. Imagine if I have something to do in the north and you have something to do in the east. How are we going to manage our family? Let me be the one doing this and you doing that. And they both agreed. Life goes on. And many other things. So Mary got the first endorsement. YUL jumped out. He started talking about how God of polygamy has blessed him, blessed Judy Austin, and is blessing Mary. He encouraged us and talked at length, spoke about Solomon, but he didn't tell us the end of Solomon and how those many wives turned his heart against the God that gave him wisdom and knowledge. How they forced him, throw a little bit of libation, throw a little bit of sacrifice to this God, throw it to this idol, and he kept doing it. He didn't talk about that. He only talked about the beauty of polygamy, talked about Solomon. He spoke like someone who never crossed, I don't know what they teach him in the Catholic Church anyway. Many people have said that people who are members of the Roman Catholic Church do not really understand the Bible. That's what they said. I'm not saying if you're a Roman Catholic, you will understand the Bible like, I know they go to catechism anyway, but they go there to recite, that's what they say. They say maybe that's why YUL does not understand the Bible. Because he didn't go to a Bible church where Bible is dissected. Now, that doesn't mean someone that went to a Bible church will not do the undoable. But the thing is that when YUL opens his mouth to talk, you'll be wondering, like, this guy, you are sounding confused. So he said a lot of things. Twisting this, turning this upside down. And at the end of the day, he said, hey, you know what? As it is right now, the polygamy thing is this and that. And Mary said, no, I will not be part of this. And at that point, she had only gotten one endorsement. And this endorsement came from like someone who, kind of reached out. I don't know if they've been friends before, but it was a party, like house party. It was a house party, AY. That was the first time she got that endorsement. It was house party like, hey, yeah, sorry, baby, you know what? Come and help me market this, my brand. At least still use the EDOCHIE name. You still use that. They wanted to test, and Mary said, I am going to put everything in it. She did. Thank God for YUL. He was busy marketing Mary. And we didn't really bother about it. We jumped on it, and we thought it was something that was just going to last for 2 or 3 months. Look at us. We are here. And the more, the merrier Mary became. Life started changing. From one, she started growing her page. Before you know it, YUL could not keep that glory that was shining. So it felt, I am the Odogu. And you know the rest of the story. Both of them, Judy Austin and YUL, they started doing so-called skit that pointed towards the motion, the meaning. I don't know what else to call it. He was making skit that reduced his personality. He didn't quickly realize that, look, my image is important. I know what I do is acting, but this one that I'm doing, and I knew back then they were kind of broke. They didn't expect how this was going to kind of hit them. And in between this, loss of a child, everything started going up and down. Instead of him to say, hey, woman, don't speak and say anything. Let me manage this situation. Let's see how it goes. At least if he's the only one acting foolish and not Judy Austin, maybe. But both of them started coming. If you let Edochie come out in the morning, Judy will come out in the afternoon. Sometimes they will do dual. Hey, they started talking trash, talking, ranting, spitting trash from their mouth, vomiting rubbish. They started doing it. And the more they did it, the more people felt Mary really suffered. Mary really passed through a lot. And she, smart. And of course, there's something to pretend. She lost her son. She knows whatever it is that it was. But YUL Edochie still felt, I have fans. He will keep looking at the number of people on his on his social media account, and he's like, I'm still the Odogu. Do you know how long it took me to work and build these things? Before YUL Edochie could say Jack Robinson, endorsement, problem, no one wants to work with him again. They say the way he treated his wife is not good. Who does that? That's the question I've asked. I know a lot of people might not agree. I said it's not about the polygamy, like generally polygamy. For those that it works for those who found themselves in need, just the same way women get pregnant for other people and they bring the child into the marriage and, a lot of this hula ballo. The rules of engagement, that's the point. Rules of engagement. Things happen in this world. Rules of engagement. How did YUL Edochie go about it? Who in his right mind as a human being will now announce, I don't get it. How daft and empty can you be? You now announce polygamy and a child on the internet tagging your wife. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. And that was happening alongside, Kambili Chukwu's. So everything just kind of joined forces together and she started shining. So if we are to look at both of them and what YUL Edochie is saying, castigating and saying all sorts, and also bashing Judy. Judy also gets bashed once in a while, like I told you. Now he's saying envy no one. Envy no one. Trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that you should stop going on social media. Can't see how daft this guy can be. That you should stop going on social media, going through the page, or going on social media, looking at things that speaks positive about Mary or Mary herself. But he wants to engage you on his own platform. At times, YUL Edochie speaks like he has dual personality, like there is so. You are talking about social media. He said, do you know how many times you lose? And yet you are engaging people on the same social media. And you are saying people are losing. Is he trying to say, when you are on my own page, you are gainfully employed or you are gainfully getting something positive? Is that what he's saying? I don't get it. What are your thoughts about this one? Drop your comments. See you in the next update.